So, should I pay off all my debt, eliminate my mortgage, student loans, all my debt, or should I invest my money in the market or into something else for potential gains? Which strategy is better? We're going to discuss the pros and cons of both in today's training. Hey everyone, it's Mike Adams, and on this channel we empower individuals to achieve freedom through improved financial literacy and business ownership. If you're new to the channel, make sure to click subscribe, click the bell, so that way you get notified on any and all of our future training. So in this training today, guys, we're going to answer the question of, does it make sense to eliminate all of your debt? And that's your mortgage, your student loans, credit cards, all the payments, eliminate all of your debt. Or should you take your extra money and make minimum payments on everything and take your extra money and invest it into the stock market or into something else for potential gains? Okay, so fantastic question. And the answer truly depends on you. Okay, in my investor network, we call it understanding your investor ID. And every single person that's on this channel, we all have different goals and aspirations. Some of us are long-term career, employees. Some of us are entrepreneurs. Some folks, are interested in eliminating all their debt. Some folks are interested in investing. Some folks invest in the stock market. Some folks invest in real estate. So, different strokes for different folks. Most people here have different goals for what they want to do and what they want to accomplish. So again, to answer the question of, does it make sense to eliminate the debt or invest? It truly depends on who you are. It truly depends on your investor ID, your investor profile. Are you somebody that is willing to carry a little bit of extra debt in order to, take a little bit of extra risk to go for higher returns, investing your leftover capital or resources into something else? So it always depends on the person. Now, for most people, so for most people on the street that are not, currently real estate investors, or are not currently, playing with a ton of money out there in the stock market. Maybe you got a 401k at your job, maybe you have an IRA, but that's really about it. And that's really most people, right? Most people kind of would fall into that. You have, the company 401k, you maybe got a separate IRA, maybe you have cash value life insurance policy, maybe, but then, beyond that, again, there's other tools and products out there that can be used. But for the masses, it's really kind of stays right there, okay? And so if you're in that particular bracket where you wouldn't consider yourself like a savvy investor who's ready to take their money and go out there and put it into something, then it makes sense to eliminate the debt, okay? And when we look at, something like a mortgage, again, if you are on the front end of a mortgage, okay, if you're on the front end of a mortgage, and again, if we do this right and we have a line of credit in tow ready to go, and again, you're able to make that chunk payment. Like, let's say you had a line of credit and you had a $15,000 line of credit and you were able to put down right away and you were able to get a 0% offer, $10,000 right away on that fresh mortgage. And what we see here is total interest on the loan, 231.6. If you're able to do a chunk of 10 grand right at the beginning, you just dropped your interest by almost 50 grand, $48,000. Okay, and through utilization of a strategy like velocity banking, where we're using all of our cash flow going into the line to pay that line down as quickly as possible by our cash flow number every single month. So as long as we're applying all the proper strategies to knock that line of credit down in the right way, we were just able to save almost 50 grand, $48,000 worth of interest, okay, through one chunk. So if you are considering, okay, maybe I want to invest, where are we going to get that kind of a return? Okay, because that's a huge savings over the life of that loan. So, you definitely want to have a strong play if you're going to take that 10 grand and park it somewhere else where you're going to get this kind of a return. I mean, if you're able to save almost 48 grand chunking it down, that's very, very sizable. Okay, but again, that's on the front end of the loan. If you're deeper into your amortization, again, let's say you're 15, 20, even 25 years into your mortgage, or you're at the tail end 75% of the way through your student loan, where you've already paid the heavy chunk of interest, these chunks are going to save you less interest as you get through the amortization. So from there, it takes less of a quality investment. Obviously, you want to get the highest quality investments you can, but it would take less of an investment to offset that interest savings. So for those of you guys that are out there that are like, okay, should I invest or should I pay off the debt? For most people, I would say it would make sense to eliminate the debt because, again, you're going to be saving a boatload of money in interest that could be used down the line, okay, to later invest. If you're not currently in the position, like if you're not sitting on a home run real estate deal right now to where you could take this 10 grand, park it somewhere else, and you're going to get that sizable return. If you're not that savvy enough, it does make sense to just go ahead and knock out that interest and then take the time while you're knocking out your current loans to learn more about investing. Okay, as you create the equity in your property or as you have access to additional lines of credit, and now you've taken the time to actually learn more about being an investor, learn more about, let's say, real estate or even stock investing or cryptocurrency, whatever your thing is. Okay, and I say crypto, it's up and down, right? But I think crypto is making a big comeback. But we'll see. Okay, those of you guys that watch some of my videos about the Federal Reserve, there is a reason that cryptocurrencies are so popular and why so many people that think that they are the future, because it would truly eliminate the need for a central banking system. But that's for a whole nother video at a whole nother time. Now, if you are somebody that's, let's say, savvy, and let's say you got a nice low interest rate on your mortgage. So let's say you got a nice low, 3% or less, interest rate on your mortgage, which is nice and low, right? Maybe you're okay holding onto that debt and making that monthly payment because you can go out there and get a higher rate of return out there investing the money. If you're already currently an active real estate investor or even a dividend investor out there in the market, perhaps you have the knowledge to go out there and put that money in a different spot that's going to give you a greater rate of return than what you're able to realize in the savings through utilizing the strategy. So again, to answer that question, what makes more sense, paying off the debt or investing? It truly depends on you. It depends on your investor profile. It depends on your debt tolerance. Again, some of our clients just simply want to get rid of their debt as fast as simply possible because it just is pre-wired into their brain that debt is bad and they just want to get rid of it. So if that's you and you just have a negative feeling around debt, it's definitely going to make more sense based on who you are to get rid of your debt. But if you're already someone that's got some ideas or maybe you've already got some proven systems out there where you can place your leverage or place the money into a different investment vehicle to realize a greater return than what you're paying out in interest to the banks on your loans, then it may make sense for you to invest that money. So hopefully you guys found value in this discussion and in this training. If you did, make sure to give it a comment, give it a like below. I will see you guys in the next training.